Beaming now, live into your brain. Is the audio balanced well? I can't tell. I'm looking at the little green bar, and it's really quiet. Let me. Audio. I'll just turn it all the way up, turn my own headphones down, and then do this really quick. Wait, no, I turned the music volume all the way down. One gunshot is I'm beginning to think I might have balanced this. Might balance this for a reason. No, this is because I was playing RimWorld. Last time I audio balanced, I was playing RimWorld on stream with my super quiet microphone, and well, you have to have everything really quiet with your really quiet microphone. I might turn it down a little bit anyways. And hopefully, when a gun goes off, you'll die. I won't die. I've got my headphones always on mute. Not gonna die. Alright, everybody. It looks like I forgot to save. So we're just going for my last autosave. And I will inform you of what I've been doing and warn you. You may have seen something there, right? That's actually very important. I have a lot of mods enabled for the past month and a half. And I'll re-explain this when someone else gets here. I have been playing RimWorld with so many mods, I don't even know what's happening anymore. I've been in sort of a catatonic state of pandemonium. And now here I am finally on the other side of it, ready to kind of resurrect myself back into the fray. I will not be explaining anything until someone asks. So, from now on, this VoD assumes that you are either a RimWorld expert, or you're coming to stream to ask questions next time. When will next time be? Join the Discord. There's no other way to find out. I have no idea. I am still... Nothing's changed. I'm still sad little chud. Although this, I remember I need to finish. Hold on, cancel that. And then I want it like this. I think this is... Oh, hold on. I'm pretty sure this is like a mod specific thing. Yeah, this is a mod specific thing, and it... Oof. It could have up to 20. It's like effective up to 20. I need to make all 20 of them effective. What is that? Oh shit, I should have put it behind. No matter. This can be nonsense. Anyways, I'm going to inform you of my settings now, because I think that's important before we get started. I am on, what was it? I think I'm on Strive to Survive, like the third hardest difficulty. I put it up, right, because I'm not very good at this game, but I have enabled some sort of creature. This is my creature. I've given him almost every arcane ability in the game, right? And I've just kind of pitted him against nature. Unfortunately, he makes all these friends, right? And I have to protect his friends. It's really scary. So anyways, yeah, this is his wife, and this is his infant daughter, and we're gonna LARP. Starting right now. Let's LARP, gamers. We're on, by the way, we're on phase 2, right? So I've raised this man from a 3-year-old. We were previously, we've sold the first colony, and we're now on the second phase of the architect ending. I've forgotten completely what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get gold right now. I'm trying to get a lot of gold. Because I want... What did I want to do? I wanted some crazy research so I could do something. Biosculptor pod? I don't know what that's about. But it's been coming at me fast. My mind is slow. So we're gonna just be... I have to narrate my reactions now. This is all all very new to me. Oh yeah, when you have this person's a Mechanitor. This person is a mod-specific creature that can eat waste packs. So I've been able to do all the waste pack things because she can spawn a Pollux bush and eat waste packs. I don't know if Pollux bush is bait game or not because wait, hold on, I can just find out now. It is not base game. Do not create toxic waste. I've never actually used the Pollux plant before, but now I have, and I'm realizing, wow. Yeah, so anyways, I have 175 waste packs to eat, and let's just say it's been an event. Holy shit. I need a lot of power. Anyways, the baby has a built-in Psylink. I'm not sure if that's vanilla or not. She's a built-in Psylink. And I'm making her a time caster because I want her to grow up fast, but also because think about this, right? She gets older the fastest. If they have another kid, she can make him 10 instantly. Then turn him back down to 3. Or whatever. We can get fucky with ages now. I will never have another baby again, is what I'm saying. I've solved the baby question. What do you do when you have a baby? Simple. You eat them. When I see a baby, you eat them. When you see a baby, you eat them. Mmm. Delicious. Alright, next step. We also have this. This person is here because I need blood. A lot of blood. And she's conveniently filled with blood. And I shot off both her legs so she can't escape prison. So what we have here is essentially... I'd cut off her arms if I could. Hold on, can you cut off her arm? Hold on. She doesn't need anything... No. No, you cannot cut off her arms. She doesn't need anything but, like, her torso. I'd cut off her head if I could. But... unfortunately, you cannot do that. So I will not be doing that. I think I might need more power, though. Currently, the only power I have is non-functional, and I need a lot of gold too. I need to go mine. Okay. All right. We've vocally worked through it. We need to go mining. We're in a mountain. There is a lot of gold in this mountain. This is a deep ore rich mountain, which means all you need to do, right, is imagine some gold, and then, like Minecraft, just like Minecraft, right? You start strip mining. First, I'm gonna check the outside chunks because I hate strip mining. Nope, it's over. We gotta strip mine. Why does it think it can hunt her? Take this deer. Okay, run away. Right away! Oh, shit. Help me! Yeah, his special ability, right? He's currently level 21 Psycaster. And so his ability, he can jump skip people from anywhere. And also he can shoot instantly. I've set him so that he can... He's got a anti-material rifle right now that he can fire like a machine gun. It's gonna be really cool when it comes into play. If I ever stop pausing, it'll come into play. But I can clear raids really fast. It's not as broken as you think when you realize the scale of raids I have to deal with. And how he's kind of the only guy that's dealing with them. How kind of this Lynx. He didn't even bother taking revenge on Chudley or Joffrey. I forget which of my things is which. Alright, back to 3 speed. We are... What are we doing? I also can't assign... She has a gun that builds up toxicity in people, but it don't work right. She can't hunt because the hunting will kill people. It's pretty bad. Alright. Okay. You turn on the stream, you think you're gonna get some inspiration from people. No. No, it's all gotta be me. I should expand the kitchen? I do have like 20 food mods going on. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Thank you. Thank you, voice inside my head. You're right. I am but a fool. We've got a message. Now the other guys are out here, right? The other guys are out here so that they can, What are you talking about? Caravan has stopped. It's in the middle of nowhere. How long would this take to get to? You want me to spend 4 days raiding a caravan? No, that's 8 days. 8 days raiding a caravan for no reason. No thank you. Let me call this synthread drop. Lots going on here, but this is also not vanilla. I'm using the vanilla expanded mod set, and I have all of them enabled, including the outpost one. Apparently, when you sell your base, you don't lose your outposts. So I've been spending a lot of money. I've been getting a lot of components. Which is it broken? Yes, but I've only built the one outpost, so who can really say how broken it is? Who would judge me? This is story enabler. Okay, I don't take criticisms on how I play my story. I just share it with the world and hope that you come to appreciate it as I do. I do need to build some furniture. Can you build a synth thread? Incredible. But I don't have enough. Shit. Fuck. My stupid chud life. I need to invent television. What am I doing? I need to invent television. What is this? People are always getting frenzies. It's because I've set my mood to be 100% permanently because of this buff. it comes with no debuffs. I realize that. You know, I've been sort of shamelessly. Only the baby can get upset. I've been sort of shamelessly playing this in a very chud-coded manner. I'm realizing there is no difficulty here, aside from the horrendous difficulty that comes out there. There's a devil out there. A monster. I'm so fucking scared. Okay. Next step. We're researching. Right? I think... Yeah, I don't think that you can build TVs normally, but I don't care. My people have invented the television. This is non-negotiable. Though I do need a different sort of power generation mechanism. Because all the steam geysers are way out here, except for this one, which is right in my pollution zone, and I don't want to send my people into the pollution zone. They don't need to see all that. Okay, it's a place for robots, and for this woman, and only this woman and robots. Get some lovin'. Cypress would like to get some lovin'. Satisfied with when Cypress gains thoughts, got some lovin'. Everybody hates her. Every single person hates her. What the fuck? I've abducted the faction leader. The faction leader's wife of... What faction was that? Hold on. Social. Hippolytus de Tonale... That's probably one of the factions I'm allied with. Okay, it's not. And it's not God. Wait, what faction is it? Hippolytus. I'm not seeing him here. Fucking the Invisible Man. She's married to a faction. He doesn't lead any faction. Alright. And here we have our second super cool art project. I don't know why they keep changing it. It's weird, but this is my cathedral of steel. I have to make it out of steel because there's no other cathedrals. Extremely impressive. Thank you. But it could always be more impressive. No, it couldn't. I need to set more defenses. Honestly, I'm a little bit worried that the bugs are going to come for me. Okay. Here we go. This is where you begin to... This is where you're going to start to witness it. These are horrific monsters, and some of them are quite scary. And a lot of them actually are like little chuds. Chicken lope hen. Yeah. But don't be fooled. They still blow up. They're like explosives. Alright. Let's get ready. The only thing this guy has to manage is heat. Okay, but it is a little bit loud. Okay, this is fair because it took me like actual like hours. Apparently this is a man. Why are we walking around here? Unknowable. Alright. Okay. Okay. I'll admit, I guess I don't have any challenges anymore. aside from talking to you people. Fuck. I forgot I forgot I could do that forever. There is no limit to my ability to do that. I can put him anywhere at any time, press that button, and he will fire that sniper rifle faster than God. I could go anywhere. I could do anything. I'm a god. Now that is partially because he doesn't have any aiming time. That's the usual nerf of the anti-material rifle. He has minus 100% aiming time because of his expertise. And his psyker ability turns it up. Like, he's been turned up for firing speed. So that weapon is not slowed at all. Get out of here. I kind of feel like I've just embarrassed myself in front of the whole RimWorld community. What do we even... Why is he injured? Because he attacked a raccoon? Yeah, get the hell out of there. Okay, now it's spreading in a weird direction. Get this pollution out of here, okay? It's going the wrong way. Okay, there we go. We don't want it cleaning around the Pollux bush because that's the only reason I have the Pollux bush. Okay, here's a guy. Here's a guy that I could be using for blood. I will not be doing that though. I need gold. I need a lot of gold. Sometimes they just give you them, but sometimes you need. And today I need a lot of money. Oh, that ammo grass. Time doesn't have any ammo grass. Oh. Okay, so we've been doing nothing so hard that nothing has happened. All right. Let's light up my this building a little bit more, huh? I don't know what to put here. This sort of like emerged naturally. Wait, I can't even make them do that anymore. Oh my god. If I build okay. Oh god. Oh yeah, and he also has auto aim. I forgot about that. And W damage. It was a lot more fair, right? It was a lot more fair when they were sending 30 guys at me. And he couldn't do that. This has taken me like... Well, if I hadn't sold the abode, he wouldn't be like this. We're just right now what we're seeing is sort of like a horrific amalgamation of one of the like quite frankly the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I'm so fucking scared right now, dude. architect. Recreation. All right, let's build a fat ass couch. Yeah. Let's build I need to get a person to work on this. You want the people to make these because they're better at making things. Maybe I could just make it like a nice little slate floor. And my that's cool. My synth couch is legendary. Recreation. Old computer. No, we're researching cool computers. Whoa. Whoa. Wall-mounted television. That's gonna be great. Why? Is the couch already dirty? Why does it look like that? What happened there? Okay, we don't have a multi-analyzer yet. But I should. I'm gonna look up rugs. Google, show me this guy's rug. Is it cooler than mine? Would you call him rugged? Please don't call it rugged, Google. I don't think I can handle that. Luckily, I have something that robots can never do. Mine's significantly deeper. We're going over here. I think we might move it into the throne room, honestly, and we'll move the throne room over here somewhere. Oh yeah, here's a nice little natural rock formation. How long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even number. Okay, we can put ornate door right there. Yeah, and then it's all fancy like. I've been enjoying using ornate doors. This seems like a weakness right here. This crossing seems like a weakness. I might have to fortify that up. Otherwise, we've got the hospital out front. I'm thinking I'm gonna build a wall across here. This. And then yeah, we should be pretty secure on all sides. They'll burn down my crematorium. But then I can finally send. I can't send him out. I can send everybody else out on long expeditions. Chitinous colony. Yeah, we have to do this. Who the hell is Theo? Bio. Oh. He's useless. This guy does nothing for me. Range shield build, good. Okay, we'll just take the goodwill. It's even farther. No, it's not. Okay. We will send them by elephant. My previous location was in a jungle, so I can send people by elephant. Okay, and now if we get any raids... Oh god, what if we get any raids? They're gonna take the baby. I'm so fucking scared. The rest of these guys are kind of psychers, but they're not psychers like, They're not psychers like these guys are psychers. This is gonna be terrifying. Okay. Here we go, right into the couch. Modern computer. This is wildly primitive, actually. We don't have any advanced components. Fuck. I need advanced components. Oh my god. I was gonna turn this into a production area anyways. We've got to mine in deeper. That's right. That's right. That was a production area. Okay. The next step. The next step is build a house. I must take Cypress's house, and I must move her away, and I must turn this into a living quarters sort of place. Godspeed. Because if we do that, you know, there's going to be an insectoid hive. And sometimes, right, if it's actually good that it spawned so far away, because if it spawned right next to us, that'd be pretty bad, to say the least. What is this Mega Sloth doing here? I've been keeping them on the map because I'm hoping to get an inspiration for a taming inspiration. But so far I haven't gotten any taming inspirations, which is making me think I might be filled with false hope, which would be pretty bad. Pretty bad. Shut up, baby. This is what's been ruining my colonies. Before I discovered this simple little trick, right, all my colonists would go insane because I had too many kids and all the kids were crying. I was dying from, it was death by sad child. Okay. Vegetarian lavish meal. Do until you have. I'm making too much food. These actually apparently grow forever. I didn't realize they grew forever. I need to invent like a refrigerator truck. Actually, hold on. What if, right? There's someone right over there. I gift all my food to these guys, and they're like, "Oh, thanks." And now I have new friends. Yeah. That might be genius. But first, we're gonna make the floor sterile. Deconstruct that. These guys get a lot of inspirations, but they do not get... They have not been getting inspirations that I want them to. Because I want them to get the animals inspiration and instantly tame anything. And instead they're getting the chud inspiration and not doing anything. Oddly enough, she's better at architecture than she is at building shit because she doesn't do it. That's another organic. Oh, fuck. Am I truly only a mods man? Am I the mods guy? Will you shh. First of all, I don't need to know that. Second of all, completely unadvertised, okay? The fact that you show up is a damn miracle. And I thank my lucky stars every day. No, but it's if there was anybody else, first of all, I'd get really scared. I'd get really embarrassed. I'd be like, oh no, somebody's watching me, and then I'd run away. I got threatened to kill myself to get viewers. You're making a compelling point. I am picking up what you're putting down. I'll consider it heavily. Did I invent turrets? I did. Okay. I remembered we have these, okay? These are vanilla. This is actually going to be extremely effective. You've been playing KCD too? Yes, I remember you saying that. You learned you can have gay sex in it? I think they literally advertise for that. Have you... You don't watch enough woke. You don't watch enough anti-woke propaganda. You're too woke. Too woke to know about gay sex. Alright. So the first step, right? Make him come to you. You had no clue of KCD2 before I showed you? Okay, well that's really cool. It's good that I'm your advertisement guy, because honestly I have nothing else. What I'm about to show you, right, is not Vanilla RimWorld. This is from a series of mods. So what's about to happen, right? You're gonna be like, wow, that's really cool, and a little bit unbalanced. And know that it is unbalanced, and that's not on purpose. It happens like. I think this has been 2 days actually. I've been playing this, like 2 real life hours of days it takes to get a guy to this point with everything. So this looks unbalanced at the stage I'm at, but that's because I've reset everything. So it's actually really balanced, okay? Anyways, this is my insta-kill weapon. He destroys everything he sees. Hold on. Is much weaker melee. Can you shoot the guys next to you, please? Holy. I don't know how he targets, but he needs to start targeting things closer to himself. Otherwise, we're gonna have to teleport him out. All right, and now I have to teleport him out. You know I'm second monitoring the game, leaving it run in the background while you do other stuff. I know. Yeah, I have been doing that, but also I have been playing the game, and for real life, 2 days. 2 days in the game is what it took to make this, with everything. So this is actually extremely balanced. Although he could teleport from minute 1. He's been able to teleport the whole time. I think I turned off the instant. I think he ran out of instant aim. Oh shit, we're out of things to shoot. Hold on. Would you believe it? This is actually extremely fair and balanced. Can you shoot the hives, please? Can you do your fucking job? Holy. Okay, and this without the psychic energies, this is how fast he'd shoot. Not very accurate. He just gets a lot faster. Was that bot calling me a talentless hack? I know it was. I'm very insecure about this, but it's probably balanced. I worked very hard for this. Have we finished yet? Are we done? Have I destroyed all this hive? First stream back and bots are already hassling me. I've only been gone like a month and a half. Okay, that's... Listen, they missed me too. They missed me too. Because I'm such a likable guy. Alright, we're gonna go here first. No. Because that would double my time. No thank you. I want to see my wife. You're getting a new SSD soon? I don't know what that... What does that entail? What does that mean for you? Alright, okay. You will probably pirate games. Okay, that's pretty cool. I can appreciate that. Let's see here. Artisan furniture. Okay, that is what I was thinking of. Okay. Caster gear, horticulture, non-lethal weapons, war casket, and steel defenses. A lot of nonsense in here. Going back to main, and I'm inventing the gun. I'm inventing a more advanced gun. Moisture pump. Turret pack. Jump packs. Precision rifling. Yes, I would like a gun that does things. That would be incredible. We've still got a much bigger kitchen to build. These people, you really do have to just be kind of like an artist to have anything. Listen, I don't need your honesty. And I also don't care. Good for you. Pirate everything. Honestly, pirate forever. Do you know how to pirate? That's probably the first question I should ask. Are you gonna get me in trouble by pirating games and then feeling like, oh, he confessed to you. That must mean you were helping with it. Don't get me in trouble with it. Other than that, I don't care. Oh. You know the reason this happened? Because there's no actual pollution here. The reason this happened is because of the pollution in-house. This is my pollution. Big Brother's gonna get us? As in both of us? Oh. 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 Oh, go fuck! No. Not me, though. Not me, though. I was born innocent and only got more innocent every day I was born. Fun fact. Born innocent, I'm gonna die innocent. Owning something and being happy? No way, Jose. This guy didn't listen to the big 2 rules. We have 2 rules around here, and you're breaking both of them. But in all seriousness, though, guys, come on. Enough with this. Enough with this owning shit. It's a fad, okay? Come on. Come on. Hey, come on. What would you... You know who owns things? Jeff Bezos. And is he happy? No. No, Jeff Bezos is divorced. Not happy. I didn't realize they had floor lighting. This is incredible. Technological wonders beyond my imagination. I'm beginning to think that maybe I should just play this vanilla. It does seem like, right, I only use the vanilla shit and the rest of it is just excess. I just have a lot of extra shit going on. Can I do blackface like your previous prime minister to comfort you? Yeah, hold on. They updated OBS a lot while I was gone. This is actually really helpful. Hold on. What the heck? Did I delete it? I had a picture of Martin Luther King Jr. here, but we're gonna sell for Paul from Invincible for a second. This is my blackface. If anybody asks, I am Paul from Invincible, who I assume is not white. You know what? He could be Italian or something. I am not going to rescue this guy. Fuck him. What? He's being hunted by 11 dogs. I'm so scared of 11 dogs. Whatever, dude. Is that Paul Invisible? Yes, that is Paul Invisible. And if you're wondering why you can see him, shit, he's not very good at it. That's why he's divorced. Oh, but we would have been... Another reason why you need getting a new safe drive is because you modded the shit out of Fallout New Vegas and you need extra space. Gluttony. It's pretty alright, you know? Maybe... Oh shit. Oh shit, the hose. Quickly. Everybody grab a weapon and run. Do we have any guns? Any guns at all? No. Okay, we're fucked. You have to bully me for reading a book? Yeah, I haven't been... It's been a while, huh? It has been a long while since I did anything. Alright, you guys. Come on. We're setting a firing line here. Fortified defensive positions. Oh, God. 0.2 days? We're fucked! We are fucked! Dude, it's so over. Man, fuck you! I'm getting eaten. Save me. Paul Atreides, save me. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. You been reading as well? Dumbass. Nobody intelligent reads. Sorry, guy. That was Paul Invincible talking. I don't know what came over him. He's being real mean. I won! I won! It's because Paul Invisible is black? Alright! Guy who has a take. Alright, buddy. Okay. Where are you going? No, wait. You are a patient. Rest until you are healed. And you, lazy ass cracker, get over there and save that poor black woman. Is she gonna die if I tend her with medicine? No. Okay. Then I will tend her with medicine. Not the glitter world shit. What are we? Are you insane? How much do I pay for glitter world medicine? Are you? People just be doing anything, huh? People just be saying anything. Alright, and now we cast Regrow Limbs on her. That was scary as hell. Am I still a sex offender Zionist from last stream? No. What? Was that the thing that was going on last stream? Was I a sex offender Zionist? I don't remember that. What's my current goal for the stream? Make $1 million. I don't know. I turned it on because I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. I got Kevin. I got Kevin to agree to edit it, so I don't have to edit it anymore. So my goal here is to be really funny and do lots of things. But to be funny, right, something has to happen. That's chug coded. Nothing ever happens. Last stream I was no, the stream before that, I was Seth Rogen and James Franco. And Seth Rogen isn't a sex offender or a Zionist. James Franco is a Zionist, or not a Zionist. He is a sex offender, but Seth Rogen isn't actually a Zionist. I looked that up. That's just slander. They're just slandering his name. Seth Rogen is still just not funny. My goat. He's still just not funny. He's not. No. He's Jewish, not a Zionist. Netanyahu will be hearing about this. Good. Tell the world. Say Liam sent you. Tell the world Seth Rogen isn't a Zionist, because I looked it up and he's not a Zionist. This is actually pretty bad. I need a lot of money. You know, like 5 people called Liam? So does everybody. It's the most common name in America. Tell him, Clental told you. And when they ask who Clental is, you can be like, the funniest streamer known to man. And I will agree with you. Because it's right. Spiritually, it's true. Oh man. This oh shit. Our cloth shirts are dying. But I have Devil Strand. I can make it better. I just need. There we go. Hold on. The final lesson I learned. I get the name of a regular guy. Everybody has the name of a regular guy. It came free with being a regular guy. Whatever your real name is, I bet it's a regular guy name. Common ass name? Whatever. Sorry that I can't be unique. Sorry that the only thing special about me is my brain and not everything else. What, did that do nothing? Fuck! Fuck, she can't smell no more! She can't smell no more. I got the name of a guy who wakes up, stretches his arms, with the sun glaring on his face, ready to embrace the day. Yeah! Yeah, I do! Sorry! People are so mean these days. Why'd you say it to my face, huh? My face when I wake up and get ready to seize the day. You're out there, you're like, fuck you, cornball. I'll embrace that too, because I'm goated. Name of a guy who calls coffee a cup of joe. Alright. Alright. Let's not go that far, buddy. Okay, I got a normal name. I'm a normal guy. I do normal shit. And I let all these fucking insects desiccate. Fuck! I'm a chud, I'm a chud, I'm a fat little chud. Fuck. It's true. I am a fat little chud. And I need to hunt these things. The wildlife is getting dangerous around here. Lynx. Hunting lynx. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You hunt the lynx. Wave will hunt the warg. Wave hunt the warg. Where's the other warg? We've got to kill them all. Where is the warg? There is the warg. Sometimes people are stupid. Okay. Alright. We're safe. I'm a terrorist, not a villain. Truth, Duke. Update on the headphone situation. They finally charged. I didn't know there was a headphone situation. Good to know, I guess. We're in a pretty bad spot at the moment. There was? I gotta wake up, sheep? The Frostchilds fucked your headphones? Ooh. I didn't hear about that. I'm sorry. Vegetable milk. Cheese making. Deep frying. Deep fried. I'm gonna deep fry some fungus. What even is your job? Is it cleaning the floor? Her job is cleaning the floor. She's gonna get mega cancer. All my little chuds are gonna get mega cancer. That's 41%. They're gonna get mega cancer, they're gonna get mega fucked. You hear me? I am mega fucked. It's like there was more pollution added. And now they're throwing a party. Do they not see all the pollution? It's like a plague. This chat is attending the... Oh my god. What's the lore on this civilization? Okay, so this guy, right? This guy I've turned into sort of like a superhuman, right? Genetically engineered him to be a superhuman, and I turned up the difficulty. I turned the difficulty way up, right? But everybody else in here is humans. Aside from this guy, and his daughter, right, who I've recently made. But before that, everybody aside from that, everybody's a normal human, and his job is to protect all the normal humans and also do everything because he's got insane skills and everything. And he's been doing that since the age of 3. I spawned him in at the age of 3, and it's been 15 years since then. The first city was in the jungle, right? He was born in the jungle, and I made them. They were a tribe. They're born in the jungle. I made them tunnel deep into the mountain, and then I realized that you could sell cities. Oh fuck! When is the toxin buildup gonna be done? Is there a way to end the pollution? It's just been so polluted for so long. Anyways, yeah, they were a tribe, and then they discovered fire. And then immediately I fixed them so they knew what fire was. I like, once they discovered fire, it apparently they were so good at researching things after they discovered fire that they like sped through the rest of the technology tree. And then I got the ability to sell my colony and start again, only on a normal place, and that's what I did. Can we stop cleaning this area? Why is this area home? And that's the lore. They are all everybody except for her is a tribe person. Born into the tribe. And they were there when the tribe went from sticks and stones to assault rifles, because they literally, it was like they were researching instantly. I didn't turn up the research speed or anything. That's actually a default game mechanic. It's not a default game mechanic. There's a mechanic in the game. There's a mechanic where the research mechanic in this mod set, for before you have a certain level, is way crazier, or is way slower than the research mechanic after you reach that certain level. And once I reached that level, they were so good at researching that they researched everything immediately. And I made a bunch of money. And I sold my colony. And now they're back at square one. Only I didn't take any of the researchers with me. So they're just normal researching now. And then I took an order to store some pollution waste packs, and the whole thing went to shit. And now I'm thinking I might just like stop it, because what the fuck? Holy fuck! How much pollution does one guy need, huh? Yeah, you do that. I think I might just. I think we're gonna. The moral of this story is don't trust anything. I might just play vanilla mechanical tour. You had 2 donuts for breakfast, a can of Sunchips for lunch, and now pizza for dinner. Sounds delicious. I had pancakes for breakfast. I made pancakes for breakfast. I was pretty proud of that, because I'm not usually able to make pancakes, but I did. And now I got lunch. Quite healthy. Food makes a tum go yum yum. I agree with that, actually. I had some potatoes for lunch. My tum and tum went yum yum too. It was pretty cool. Pretty swag. We're fucked. It's over forever. I don't want to deal with the toxics. I hate toxicity. We are now doing something new. something incredible. We're going to become the technologist. Rage quitter? Shut up. We're going on an adventure story, and we're gonna be one guy. One guy with a bunch of robots. This is gonna be John Robot. Just you wait and see. I'm gonna shoot everyone that comes near me. That's a plan. New plan, new idea, new plan. We're one guy. We shoot everyone who comes near. And we're gonna make ourselves into a super soldier. We're gonna slay a bunch of people. We're gonna make them do things. When you come back, I better not be a terrorist again. It was one time. You blew up one building. What the fuck? Okay, now. I want a mountain full of money. Money Mountain. Tell me, what do you know about Money Mountain? I don't know anything about Money Mountain. Then you will learn. I'm gonna educate you right now, Money Mountain. Alright, you ready? You ready? You ready? Imagine you got money. Alright, that's too hard for you. Okay, imagine you got a mountain. Surprisingly enough, also too hard for you? Okay. I want to see this. I'm pretty sure that these are normal things. We're gonna be transcendence. Solidarity, cooperative. Bald, 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 bald. Bald. Bald, bald. Bald, 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 bald. There we go. Foremost leading transhumanist raiders. 2? Ooh. Transhumanists. And now, I'll do it myself. Okay, this might take a little while, but luckily he's not coming back, so we've got time. Progressive. Supremacist. Transhumanist. Isolationist. Maybe Blindside? Would that be tough? I think that'd be tough. Visionary Academy. Okay, that's tough. Visionary. We're making an ideology. Okay, we're gonna believe in the benefits of blindness and robots. We love blindness and we love robots. All right. Visage mask. Yeah, okay. Let's just add everybody to have a visage mask. Heal speaker? This is such a... LARP, 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 LARP. Regenerate. Cutting of automation. Rend of sight. All-inclusive duel. Comprehension duel. This is all being done for a very, very specific reason, okay? Just remember that. These all appear later. Okay, next step. Add in, Sophian. It's uneditable, so you gotta add it all in now. Alright. And we want deal sheets. And we want... Let's just all put on a lab coat right now. Nope. Alright. Done. Next. Ah! What am I eating currently? I'm eating naan. Look at this thing. That's a 100-year-old woman. She's dead. This is a dead 100-year-old woman. We've invented a 100-year-old dead woman. Okay, okay, what about... What if we made them be like a vampire, right? And we've got a vampire who can't see anything. Sometimes I think, Liam, you're a genius. And then remember, yeah, you're right. Okay, we might need to be a genie. Mining, shooting. Clues, tortured artist, refined palette. Not good enough. And he has a bitch ex-wife. Oh! Oh, this is genius. Yakov Cox. Ooh. It's gonna be beautiful. Okay, watch this. Yakov Cox is about to save the world. He loves mining, he loves crafting, and if he gets any disease, he dies. Alright. Okay, first thing I'm noticing, he looks stupid. Never a good sign. All right, let's make him go in there. Let's make him see what's the happening. We chose this site specifically. What? There's nothing in there. Okay. All right. That shows promise. Fermenting barrels. Okay. A lot of alcohol around here. And there is a guy in there. All right. Well, that's not great. What kind of colony was this? Why is there only alcohol? It's all alcohol in here. Alright, money. Okay, we have a bedroom. They're growing hops and hay grass. Why did they need hops? I mean, why do they need hay grass? I have no idea. And there's the evil location. Alright. We're claiming all of this shit. It's all mine. Open this. Open this. Open this. Set owner. Assign. Build a sleep accelerator right here. And then zone. Stockpile zone. We're gonna stockpile everything in here. Undraft. Let's bury all these guys in a shallow grave. Hold on. He's not blind? Oh, that's right. Oh shit. I didn't make him start off blind. He didn't start blind. This is really bad, actually. This is really bad because, if he's not blind, he's gonna be unhappy. He wants to be blind. Alright. Deconstruct everything in here. Burned carpet. Okay. And for my next step, I shall invent electricity. Right here. What do you mean he's blind? He's not blind. That's the problem. He wants to be blind. The only thing this guy has ever wanted is to be blind. And I failed him there. Constructor bot. Do I want, or does he want to be blind? He wants to be blind. That's why he's looking the way he does. It's part of his ideology. His ideology requires blindness. He's part of the guys who love being blind cult. Okay, my mechanoids can now recharge. How many mechanides do I have? Not enough. Okay. This shall be the mechanoid workstation. Orders. Deconstruct. Floors. Remove floor. Just remove the whole floor. If the carpet's burned, we don't want it. Just got a sprite. Fuck me. Fuck you! Like I care. Like I give a shit. Okay. Zone. Growing zone. And the plant we are growing here is going to be corn, yeah. Where does it say corn? There we go. Plant. Hay grass. Delete. Delete. Oh my god. Stockpile everything. Bunker arc. What is that? Slate door? Okay, now we want slate. Alright, good. These are slate chunks. This is a granite wall. It's unfortunate. We're in a bit of a bind. Why don't I tell you more about it? Dune? Let me finish my food. I'm still a bit miffed. This guy's not doing what I need him to do. And that is make friends so he can be blind. He's not supposed to have any friends. He's supposed to be one guy. Taking on the whole world by himself. He said he's nothing. This guy's nothing. He's a nerd in a stupid outfit. If I wanted to see a nerd in a stupid outfit, I'd look in the mirror. How do I fix this bind I'm in? There is no room that can fit. Why are they all 3x3s? How much space is in this bedroom? It's too tight. Have we invented? We have invented batteries. Okay. Why are there so many marble spike core tiles out here? This is like a weird thing, don't you think? Bunch of marble spiked core tiles. I'm going to remove them. I'm going to remove these tiles. They don't need to be outside. Keep them inside, Bao. Alright, Dune. What is there to say? I enjoyed watching Dune, and so I watched it I decided to read it. And it turns out it's really weird. You need a more in-depth review? I don't remember it as well as I did earlier. But I do remember Paul Atreides is dead. He's been dead for like 3 books. And there's no we don't have a Paul Atreides no more. They ran out. We out of Paul Atreides. We out of Atreides pretty much period at this point. All they got left, right? All they have left is his punk ass friends. The Bene Gesserit. Okay, the Bene Gesserit are in control of the what am I thinking? Okay. Alright, Dune review. Heretics of Dune. I read Heretics of Dune. And in Heretics of Dune, John Dune, very similar to John Thune, is dead. And they're out of Dune guys. Now they need to make a new Dune guy. That new Dune guy is gonna be Marvel's Jonah Hill. No. It's gonna be it's gotta be Duncan Idaho. They want Duncan Idaho to replace Paul. No, they want Duncan Idaho to do something terrible, something very bad. They wanted to have sex with a woman, and he doesn't want to because he is in this show like 13, in this book like 13. But they say, oh no, you don't get to defy us. You will have sex with a 13-year-old. And he keeps saying no. And like, okay, then they will psychologically manipulate you. Yes. No, he's not really Duncan Idaho though. He's a Gola of Duncan Idaho, and he knows this. Right? Everybody knows this. It's well-known fact that he's a Gola of Duncan Idaho. That's not the confusing part. The confusing part is why they need another Gola of Duncan Idaho. But apparently, according to the Dune lore, Duncan Idaho is the sexiest man to ever live. And so that's why they need him. To be the sexiest man that ever lived for a little baby girl. No, she's like 16. For a 16-year-old girl with the power to control sandworms. And so, right, they buy Duncan Idaho. Because the way Duncan Idaho has been resurrected. Holy shit. If I capture this woman, right, I can have a wife. My cat girl waifu. I'm kidnapping this woman. You're going into my cat girl harem. Until then, I will use my 0 medical skill to help you out. Shit, she's gonna die. Okay. Alright. This is a woman, right? Okay, yeah. And she's the right age, too. I would make a great colonizer. I know I would. Okay, we've got it. We're capturing, and we are entrancing this woman. I don't know how to speak, but in time she will learn to love me. I've heard about this theory. Okay, have you heard of, not Epstein's theory. Have you heard of, Stockholm Syndrome? I will Stockholm Syndrome this woman into being my wife. I'm a genius. I'm the first. This is the first of its kind sort of level of genius. Can we prioritize working on the bed, please? Can you construct the bed? Do we have enough wood for the bed? Oh wait, we can't build it over Ness Undertale. Right. Sleep accelerator. He's gonna sleep through it. Look at how fast that sleep goes. Shit! No! She's escaping! Wait! Constructor bot! Okay, thank God. He's so stupid. It would have been better if he did nothing. Alright. Alright. He's finally figured out how to do it. This is my white woman now. She's gonna die! That's it. Fuck. Fuck. If I can't have a cat girl, what's the point? What's the point of it all? Fuck. We're doing it again. If I can't be blind and have a cat girl, what's the fucking point? Shut up. This is the fun of RimWorld. You restart forever. Fuck my stupid Chungus life. It was perfect. Perfect. Okay. This time we're gonna be a blind genie. Okay, this time we're gonna be blind. Wait, no, wait. I can just reload. I've realized that suddenly. We're gonna go back in time to before the cat girl had the infection, right? We're gonna pray that they auto-saved before she had the infection or before anything happened, okay? That way we can still do it. We can still capture this cat girl. And then it's all up from there, okay? This is insane. Okay, back to my pedophile story. Back to the pedophile story, okay? So Duncan is the sexiest, as everybody in Dune apparently knows. Duncan is the sexiest man in the universe. This is assumed, right? And so they buy him. They buy a clone of Duncan, Idaho from the clone factory, where they buy all the clones of Duncan, Idaho. And they, oh, what did they do? They buy clone Duncan, Idaho. And they, what do they do with him? They buy clone Duncan, Idaho as a child, right? After they've been buying Duncan, Idaho as not a child for years. But now they've decided to do like top secret. A schoolgirl's fanfic with a cool guy that actually perfectly describes who Duncan Idaho is in the Dune books. He's like the greatest swordsman, and the God Emperor of mankind resurrects him regularly to like carry out his sick experiments. He is just like the author's shameless fan fiction. And we just let him get away with that because he's the greatest writer in history, like, period. Anyways, and he does it really well. I mean, Duncan Idaho is oh man, I have such a long cock. I'm so cool and hot. Fuck, Duncan. Yeah, that's literally what's happening to him. He keeps getting resurrected. Right? He keeps dying and getting resurrected. Hold on. So that they can make a Duncan, so that they can like make a Duncan Idaho. So that they can make a better Duncan. Hold on, I gotta shoot this guy. He keeps dying and getting resurrected. So that they can make a Duncan Idaho without all the problems that he has. No, because he keeps getting assassinated. Duncan Idaho in the beginning of the story keeps getting assassinated by his makers, because they're selling the Duncan Idaho, right? But they're in sort of like a politics game where they also want like they want control over the people they're selling Duncan Idaho to. Come on, shoot her! He's gonna die. If he dies, it's fair. Oh, he's dead. Stupid. Is Paul the guy in the movies you play? Yeah, Paul's the guy in the movies. Okay. Alright, hold on. I need to rethink this whole shtick. Transhumanist. Alright. Paul's the guy in the movies, but Paul and Duncan Idaho is Aquaman in those movies. He appears in the movies as he's played by the guy who plays Aquaman. And he's really, you can kind of tell, right? He's really cool and sexy in the movies. And then in the second book, Duncan Idaho gets brought back as a Gola by those guys, the guys that are selling the Duncan Idaho Gola. They bring him back as like a gift to Paul, but also to kill Paul, because right, they build in this Duncan Idaho Gola the intent to kill Paul, right? But like, see, a Gola only looks like the guy they've been built as a clone of, all right? Agola has their own, doesn't have any memories from when they died at first. And so he's like basically just the corpse of Duncan Idaho. Brought back, right? The corpse of Duncan Idaho, he's brought back to life. But it's just the corpse. He doesn't remember any, he's not Duncan Idaho, he doesn't remember anything. They brought him back as what is called a mentat. It's not very important, but he's brought back as a mentat to like understand. Right? To help them understand. I'm gonna make my own. No, I'm gonna. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect. I had the arc and everything. I was capturing my own personal. Fuck. Okay, back to it, right? And then Duncan Idaho, he tries to kill Paul, right? Because that's what they built in. Because they can build things into Golas because of their futuristic technology. These they're called the Tleilaxu. It's hard to say, and you can't. I read it the whole time, and that's part of why it's so confusing to read, because it's Tleilaxu, if you know how to say that. I think it's pronounced kind of like axolotl because they have axolotl tanks, and they bring Duncan Idaho back as a Gola, and Paul. This all just happens in Portland, yeah, and Paul like. Using his incredible psychic powers and Duncan Idaho's total loyalty to the Atreides family, he resurrects, right? He resurrects Duncan Idaho using his incredible protagonist powers. am I going? I want a mountain with a larger region. Sandy. Sandy doesn't look good to me. I want a mountain that's cool. Cool mountain. Lots of deep ores. And when I have it, they're going to call it Awesome Mountain. Alright, larger region. Lots of ores. I could put them in here. Hold on. Deep ore rich. We're looking for deep ore rich along these mountains, okay? Remember that. Huge river. Polluted. There's so much pollution over here. God. Surely, hold on. Maybe I can search for it. Mountain. That's not a mountain. What are we talking about? A bunch of LARPers. Hold on. Is that a mountain? Terrain. Plateau. Uranium. Okay, that is a mountain. Never mind. I was the LARPer. Increase plant life. Larger reed and auburn maple rivers. This is distracting me from the story of Duncan Idaho getting raped. And he does get raped. So, the, not back to the present, right? You first have to understand, Duncan Idaho gets... I did add that, yes. You understand what I'm doing here. Trying to get out of having to do my game, trying to get out of my obligations as a streamer. Yes. Anyways, Duncan Idaho is resurrected by Paul, right? He's brought actually back to life, right? He's a Gola, which is kind of like a walking corpse that looks like a guy, right? And because in his cells or something, it's so much loyalty to the Atreides, right? Which is what Paul's last name is. Paul brings him back to life, which is like his pure fucking will. And incredibly, it does. He's now exactly the same as Duncan Idaho, and then he killed himself. He sacrifices himself nobly in the same book. And Paul goes into the desert, and that's kind of why Paul dies. Spoiler alert, that's why Paul dies in the book, because he loved Duncan Idaho so much, and now that he's dead, he can't go on living. Or some shit. Surely it exists. Surely what I am thinking of exists. I guess I'll just go back into the permanent summer climate, and I don't know why I'm looking along the... It's gotta be here. Okay, and then, right, book 3 comes around. Duncan Idaho would not support this Scream schedule. He actually would, because Duncan Idaho appears in book 3. Right, which is Paul's children plotting to not die against Paul's sister, because Paul's sister is insane. She's got all the memories, right, of everyone who was ever born before her. This satisfies my purposes. Do I want to keep? I'm keeping blind sight. I'm keeping transhumanist. I'm keeping blind sight, and psychic focus. Yeah. Let's see if I can increase anything. Research, very fast. Edit, remove. And visage mask. Okay, we still got blind sight, right? Yeah, okay. Blindness, sublime. Do I have everything? Random silicon, social festival, blind advent, dance party. Yeah. Agnostic party. Okay, okay. Just remove all the clothes. The clothes don't do anything for the religion. Techist. Sophian. Spike. Okay. Next. Yeah. Okay. Alright, what was I talking about? Duncan, Idaho, right? In the next book, he's also there. No. No, he doesn't die in the first book. He marries Paul's sister. Duncan, Idaho marries Paul's sister. They don't have any kids because she goes insane. She convenes with the spirit of Baron Harkonnen in her blood, and she goes insane. Maybe I should be an android. Blind android, yes. Yes. I am a genius, after all. We want passions for intellectual crafting and shooting. Everything else... Misandrist. And we also want them to start blind. Why did they not... I gave him blind sight. Why did they not start blind? Wait, I don't think androids... I don't think androids can get psionics. Yeah, okay, if Duncan Idaho kills... He dies sometime, alright? And then when Leto becomes a worm in God Emperor of Dune, the great worm tyrant, he kills him. No. He brings him back to life thousands of times, hundreds of times. Duncan Idaho, using this process that Paul invented, is brought back to life forever. He's brought back to life constantly. Never-endingly. Just a guy who consumes a lot of resources. I think that'd be good. Doesn't ever want to leave. Also good. Scared of fire. Scared of fire and light. I'm a genius. Yeah, and so he somehow returns like a billion times. Never sleep. Superior dark vision. And then we just don't do any lights. Liam, you genius bastard, you've done it again. I am a genius. It probably makes more sense in the book. You gotta read the previous 4 books to understand why he's Duncan Idaho, and not just some guy. Whenever you finish Moby Dick, you gotta understand why he's Duncan Idaho and not just some guy. Okay, he's Duncan Idaho because for no reason. He's Duncan Idaho for practically no reason. There's no need for him to be Duncan Idaho. They just make him Duncan Idaho. Because everybody loves Duncan Idaho. Unattractive. Facial ridges. Let's give him weakness to the temperatures in exchange. Super size sensitive. Extreme meditation. Yeah, okay. And then... very slow wound healing. I need to find a way to make this guy, like, psionic and terrifying. Distressed, unhappy. Okay. What else could I do? Dead calm. Sorry, I'm thinking of so many things. Did I turn off his... Okay, no I didn't. Motherfucker Ismail just be saying shit. It has some... probably had some deep, but you're not gonna look that deep into it. Why even read the book then? Okay, you haven't let me finish Duncan. We haven't even gotten to the book yet. I'm still explaining to you why they're using Duncan, Idaho. And so the later the second, the great Worm King of Dune keeps resurrecting fucking Duncan, Idaho for his experiments. Hold on. I can make him look cool. That's right. Smooth tail. And black hair. And beardless dread hair. And then make him pregnant. Or whatever. Yeah, make it impossible for him to be pregnant. But there we go, delicate. That's what I was looking for. And then he can be fast. That's bad. And this is exactly what we're looking for. Wait, no, we want someone good at mining. Someone who has a passion for mining, too. Okay, this guy is... How do I get rid of Mueller? Old gunshot. We'll replace that arm. Let's do it. Okay, and then he's resurrecting Duncan, Idaho. Later the second, resurrecting Duncan, Idaho, to have sex with his army of women. He has an army of women. Later the second, and he keeps resurrecting Duncan, Idaho, because he thinks he's the greatest guy ever, and he's resurrecting them to have sex with he's resurrecting Duncan, Idaho, to have sex with his army of women, because he has the greatest genes in history, or something. And he just keeps doing it. Hold on. Maybe that's where the idea came from. Keeps going on and getting more batshit crazy. That's kind of how I felt. That's the exact thing that happened to me. I was reading the book, I zoned out for a bit, and it got crazier. I was reading the book, zoned out for a bit, it got crazier. It was then I decided to stop reading the book. I'm not entirely sure how good they're gonna be at shooting. No, wait, the other guy could shoot. But he wasn't blind. How am I gonna generate power? We're gonna accept everything and then we're gonna make him start generating power. Okay? First we need the mech recharger. And then we need a place to store our toxic waste. That's actually kind of what happens, because he has sex with everybody. That's the plot of the book. He has sex with everybody. Hold on, can he not see, and so that doesn't do anything for him? I think so. The only problem with being this dark is that I can't see anything. I'm turning up the brightness. Graphics. Gameplay. Ah, fuck. Can't do it. And this is a sci-fi novel. Yes. Okay. So he becomes a clone. At this point, right, he's been cloned thousands of times. These guys are pretty much experts on cloning him. He's the only Gola who can do this, though. He's the only guy with the power to, clone himself. No, he's the only guy with power to come back from being Goled. Luckily, he's also the greatest, sexiest man alive, so he's the best guy to be doing that, too. Oh, fuck. And so, now, after the... Yeah, okay, it's hard to remember and explain, and I'm doing two things at once. Okay, it's the worst book to give this review for, because it is so insane and requires you to understand several more and less insane novels. I say more and less because they are both more and less insane. Every book he writes is more and less insane than the last one. You understand when you're older what that means. Okay. Alright. Power. Wood-fired generator. Power conduit. Hidden conduit. Biotech. Mech gestator. I'll never need to think for myself again. I shall build a plant cutter. It's probably the hardest thing I'm gonna have to do. Bills, add bill. No, wait, I don't need to do anything with this yet. I didn't make it. Fuck. Yeah, I should mention the pedophile stuff at least. Okay, so then we've got baby Duncan Idaho, right? The baby Gola clone of Duncan Idaho, and they rape him. They've birthed him so that he can be used as a sex tool, right? And they're like, okay, we want a super small one so that we can train him from birth to be a sex tool. Because they want Duncan Idaho as a sex tool because he's the greatest, most specialist guy ever. But then they keep giving them the guys who can build Duncan Idaho keep giving defective Duncan Idahos. And so the people who order him are finally like, we're gonna get a baby Duncan Idaho, and he's gonna be impossible for them to taint because we'll control him. And so they raise baby Duncan Idaho from birth, right, to avoid the machinations of the Tleilaxu. And then he's being raised from birth to have sex. And they, oh my god, what do they do then? I can barely remember. It's such a hard book to read. It's such a hard book to read. They make him have... They raise him and make him have sex, and then someone comes about who he does need to sex. The guy from the Minecraft movie plays him, yeah. Yeah, and they raise him to have sex, and then he does have sex. They make the Duncan Idaho sex bot. And then they sex him. Oh shit, I need to chop one tree. He's scared of the sunlight, by the way. And then they have Duncan. Okay. Duncan Idaho is born to have sex with these women, but they find another woman they want him to have sex with even more because they're under threat, right? Everybody leaves after Leo the Second dies. Or a bunch of people leave after Leo the Second dies, and they go into space. And then in space, they become more powerful. And the guys that are using Duncan Idaho don't like it. So they find the people who control Dune now, right? Oh my god, I can't explain it. There's not enough time in the day to explain it. They have Duncan Idaho to have sex. And they have to do it too early. They invented Duncan Idaho to have sex, and then they can have sex too early. No, they were gonna rape him anyways. They invented a dunk in Idaho, and they were gonna rape him anyways. I almost regret reading that book and then telling people about it, because now I have to. If I ever have to explain that again, I think I might, like, lose it. And that's literally what happens. They buy a baby clone Duncan Idaho to have sex. And then he ends up not wanting to have sex with them, but in the end, he heroically has sex for them. And that is the plot of this Dune book. Okay, my next step needs to be to make a toxic dumping ground. Now explain the plot to the Odyssey. I don't want to explain anything more. I'm not good at explaining things. It doesn't seem like. Because genuinely, it's a very, like, life-changing. You watch Duncan Idaho have sex, you're like, wow! And then you remember he's a child, you're like, wow! And you remember you're still, like, reading the book, and you're like, wow! It's all very fast and happens in a row. What do you mean I have 5 toxic waste packs there? Oh god. They're gonna come fast. Overall, good book. Even if it was super rapey. And it was super rapey the entire time. It's about raping, like, the girl. Duncan Idaho plays, like, a tertiary role to it. I just think his story is a little bit more insane. It's also about making him have sex with, or breed with, this, like, 14-year-old girl who can control sandworms. Because Dune can't have a male love interest, so they just add in Duncan Idaho. I don't know why the fuck I read this shit. Don't do it yet. We've got to finish in here first. Why is there a skeleton in here? No, wait, hold on. I didn't want any skeletons in here. Please get these skeletons out of here. You're fucking with your VPN the entire time I was explaining Dune? Can I explain it again? No. If you want to hear about Dune, you gotta read the book yourself. Okay, so making my guy super easy to kill was pretty bad when he was just that guy. That's gonna end my stream because I'm a chud. And I think I've been funny enough. Kevin, if you're watching this, thanks. And hey, kill yourself. Yeah, no, I hate that guy. Thanks for the compliments, everybody. I'll see you next stream, which will be not in a month. I will stream again sooner than a month. Kill yourself, everyone watching. I agree with this, actually, yeah. No, we keep big hater energy in here. Good night.